O-level mathematics made easy. Please pay attention and watch till the end.
Welcome to another mathematics class. This class is specially designed for those who are writing WAEC, JAMB, NAPTEP, NECO, GCE, and for those that want deep knowledge on the topic trigonometry and mathematics. In this class, we'll be looking at trigonometric equation that requires quadrants to solve it. The question before us is, if 4 sine square theta minus 3 equals 0, find the values of theta for 0 degree less than theta less than 360 degrees. The solution to the question. We'll pick out the trig equation, which is 4 sine square theta minus 3 equals to 0. Simplifying this will give us 4 sine square theta equals to 3. If we divide both sides by 4, we have sine square theta equals to 3 over 4. What we'll do now is to take the square root of both sides. That's the square root of this and the square root of this. Now the square root of sine square theta will give us sine theta, and the square root of this will give plus or minus root 3 all over 2. Root 3 all over 2 because we have root 3 divided by root 4. Square root of 3 is an irrational number, so we leave it as root 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. So what that means is we have sine theta equals the positive part, which is root 3 over 2, and also we have sine theta for the negative part, which is minus root 3 all over 2. We are considering the plus and minus because of the degree of answer we are looking at. 0 to 360 degree means we are considering all the 4 quadrants. The first quadrant, which is all, where we have both sine, cos, and tan of an angle to be positive, and this is the second quadrant, which only sine is positive, cos and tan are negative. And here is the third quadrant, where we have sine to be negative, cos to be negative, but tan is positive. And the fourth quadrant, where we have sine to be negative, cos in this quadrant is positive, and tan is negative. So taking the square root of root 3 over 4 will give us the two possible answers, which is the plus or minus. Now for the positive means we are interested in the quadrant where sine is positive, and the quadrant where sine is positive is the first and the second quadrant. And for the negative part, we are interested in the quadrant where sine is negative, which is the third and the fourth quadrant. So if you use calculator for this, theta will be sine inverse of root 3 all over 2. And sine inverse of root 3 over 2 is 60 degrees. Now 60 degrees in the first quadrant. How do we get the angle in the second quadrant? We simply do 180 degree minus the value of the angle we have in the first quadrant, which is 180 minus 60 degrees, and that gives us 120 degrees. Also, if we pick the value for the negative quadrant, our theta will be sine inverse of negative root 3 all over 2. I will always advise students when doing this part not to bother about typing the negative part when they are typing this in the calculator, but they can simply use this approach. How do you get angle in the third quadrant? Simply do 180 degree plus theta, and your angle in the fourth quadrant, simply do 360 degree minus theta. Note, our theta we are talking of here is an acute angle. So since sine inverse of root 3 over 2 is 60, so to get the angle in the third quadrant, what we simply do is to do 180 plus 60 degrees, and 180 plus 60 degrees will give us 240 degrees. While to get the angle in the fourth quadrant, we simply do 360 degrees minus 60 degrees, and this gives 300 degrees. So the possible values for the equation we have is 60 degrees, 120 degrees, that's in the first and second quadrant. In the third quadrant, we have 240 degrees. In the fourth quadrant, we have 300 degrees. These are the values of theta that will satisfy the equation 4 sine squared theta minus 3 equals to 0. The homework for this class is solve the equation 4 cos squared theta minus 1 equals to minus 3 for 0 degree less than theta less than 360 degrees. Feel free to drop the solution to the question in the comment box. Till we meet again in the next class. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and follow for more.